Welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Ooh, my word, do we have a lot to talk about tonight, friends. Hey, stay humble, friends. Stay humble. Arsenal put an absolute whooping on Man City at the Emirates Stadium as Erling Haaland is forced to eat his words. Absolutely love it. Aston Villa signed Marcus Rashford on loan for the remainder of the season. Good idea, bad idea? We're talking about it. We got differentiating views on it. I absolutely love it. We'll see if it works out. Man United, they stumble again. At home to Crystal Palace, 2-0. Palace runoff winning that one. Oh, and by the way, the Champions League draw is finally out. Real Madrid and Man City are playing in the playoffs, and only one of them goes through to the next round. Oh, my God. Did UEFA get it right with this new Champions League format? We're going to talk about that and a lot more coming up shortly.
What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
All right, friends. Yes, welcome to the We Are Soccer Weekly Recap. My word, there's a lot to get to. Marcus Rashford has made his official move from Manchester United to my Aston Villa today. Is that a good thing? He's left his boyhood club. We're going to talk about it. We got a Man United fan in the room. We'll see his thoughts on it. We got a Brighton fan in the room, and his team were crushed 7-0. But I do want his thoughts on the Rashford move because he doesn't think it's a good idea. And we're talking about that game of the day, which is, I think, game of the weekend. Arsenal hosting Manchester City. Pep Guardiola going to Arteta at the Emirates Stadium in London. It was 1-1 for about a minute, and then Arsenal exploded. Finished 5-1. 5-1. Incredible. I tell you what, it was a thoroughly entertaining game. Arsenal happy to give up possession and let Man City have it because Man City couldn't do anything with it, and then Arsenal exploded. Should have been more. Playing out of the back, they're playing with fire, and Man City got burnt. We're going to get to that. We got a ton of stuff to get to. Man United as I talked about. Stumbled again at home. Ruben Amorim is not enjoying life at Old Trafford. 2-0 to Crystal Palace. My Aston Villa suffered a defeat yesterday at home to Wolves, Wolverhampton Wanderers. They are about 30 miles away from Villa Park, so it's a bit of a derby, bit of a rivalry match there, and Wolves absolutely took it to Villa. Could have been worse. I think it should have been 4-0 at halftime. Oh my God, Villa were bad. Came back in the second half, but unfortunately couldn't do anything. Real Madrid and Man City are into the Champions League playoffs. Luckily for them, we got a lot more to get to on that. It's not just me here. We do have our friends, Nate and Brooks. Nate, how are you, my friend? You doing all right?
What? Did you change the intro again? What's going on here?
I'm just trying to draw more people in.
You have a different name?
No, same name.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Every 5 seconds, you're changing something.
Yeah, well,
just leave it alone.
You need to
stop touching things.
Gotcha. Stop playing. I got you.
Stop.
Yeah.
All right, it's fine. Fiddling with stuff constantly. Just leave it alone.
How was your weekend, my friend?
Crappy.
Yeah, because your team's lost?
Yeah. Life's going down the pooper.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
Big old sorry sad of Brooks writing stuff on a whiteboard trying to be funny, and it's not going to be good. Can't guarantee it won't be comical. Now under a table, we have no idea what's going on. All right, I don't know what he's doing. He's giving me the number one signal.
Brooks, wait. Out to the bathroom crying about Brighton, who are beaten 7-0 by Nottingham Forest.
That's okay, because Forest looks like to be like a real team. So at least like you're losing to a real team.
What?
Oh, he's back.
Team.
Yeah, you know.
We lose to fake teams.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
We like on a Thursday, we look like world beaters.
Yeah.
And like on a Saturday, not so much.
Yeah.
Also, breaking news, Craig Hearn's a liar.
Whoop.
More to come later.
Oh, my. I want to hear about that.
Disingenuous fanboy liar.
Oh! What?
Disingenuous Homer fanboy liar.
You know, the funny thing is, we got it
Total
all on
fanboy
video.
liar.
We got it all on video. I'll find it. Well, if I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Anyway,
you gotta know what I'm talking about. We'll get to it later.
All right,
More
well-
at 11.
more at 11. Jeez, we'll be
More
done by
at-
then.
What?
We'll be
the
done by
news.
then.
It's called a sneak. It's a teaser.
Teaser.
Keep the fans going. It's what they tune in for.
Gotcha.
It's what they want to hear.
Do
You
you
have everyone tuning in at 11.
all right. Well,
We won't be here.
We won't be here.
It'll be everyone. Hey, I bought a lot of stuff.
yeah, I saw that Soccer World 50% off sale. You went nuts.
Yeah, technically $1,000 worth of stuff.
Good God.
Technically, but
Oh
like
my
it was
God.
half off.
Yeah, it's only $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got cleats. I got turfs. I got more cleats. I got another pair of cleats. I got cleats over there. I got a shirt to wear for work. I got 6 cones. Exactly 6 cones.
6 cones?
6 cones.
Your kids are going to be off the hinge with
mean-
Blue.
6 cones.
I mean, you need it exactly for a drill.
I wanted 6.
Oh, okay.
Big blue cones. That's it.
That's it.
Got 'em.
You got 'em.
Reed's
Nice.
got gloves.
That Soccer World 50% off sale. People went crazy for it, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I had to stand in a line.
Wait, they made you?
I know.
They made you?
Brad came right up to me, and I was like, all right, so I'm going up. And he's like, here's your ticket number 35. I went,
What?
Excuse me? Surely you don't know who I am. He goes, who?
Oh, no.
Like, I know Craig.
Was
He's
this the
like,
deli where you get a ticket?
yeah, we got tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, tickets. No, it's a fire marshal thing there.
I see. Yeah.
They do their best, but I had to wait in a line like a commoner.
Oh, God, no. They don't know who you are.
I know. I tried to use the card. I'm like, oh, there's a famous podcast here. They're like, Brooks is here, and I'm like,
Well, you know.
shit. So
I tell you, they like my humor. That's why.
No.
Speaking of Brooks, he got to the studio
It's like
first.
we're talking about him
I know.
like he's not
like
even
he's not here. He's not
Yeah.
even in the same room as us. He got to the studio first today, by the way. So,
Okay.
you know, I'm coming up the stairs and I walk in. Do you know what I caught him watching on his laptop? You know what I caught him watching?
You can't say it. It's a family show.
It was dirty. It's lacrosse.
Really?
I'm ashamed to say it.
Why?
Watching
I caught him
highlights.
watching.
It's
lacrosse.
the opening weekend of NCAA lacrosse day, and I missed a couple games. Okay.
I'm officially writing him up. This is a write up. Yeah, I mean.
You can't use company property to.
They charge me extra money for
What are you
this.
doing? Like, what do you want?
I was like, Brooks, we're supposed to be talking about soccer on the show tonight. The highlights that you're watching. He's like, oh, it's opening weekend of lacrosse. Like, oh, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Oh God, Brooks. No, just like my own kids. I'm so embarrassed and let down. Oh my God. Brooks, how was your weekend? Relaxing and good, I assume.
Yeah, it was good. Let's see. Yesterday, a bunch of phone calls at a meeting at Starbucks in Birmingham. That was good with a buddy of mine, so that was good. And then, just nothing crazy. Dog sitting. My sister's away on vacation up at Boyne, so her and her boyfriend are snowboarding. So yeah, it's just
Nice relaxing weekend for you. With a little Starbucks.
Yeah, with a dog. Yeah, there you go.
All right, very nice. All right, we're going to jump in. We're going to talk about that Man City Arsenal game. Arsenal hosting Manchester City. This is always a fun one. In the last couple of years, it's produced some fireworks, and today it did again. 5-1 final, but I tell you what, everybody was watching Erling Haaland and Saliba. When the first goal went in, Saliba runs past Erling Haaland, mouths some words to him, laughs, and gives a little wink, and then runs away. Erling Haaland wasn't too happy about that. Here's what's going on, though. Man City cannot figure out how to play out of the back properly. They were being pressed by 3 and 4 Arsenal players every single time Ortega had the ball in the back and he tried to pass it around. And they were playing with fire and absolutely got burned. They should have got burned a little bit later. They should have gone up 2-0, but Kai Havertz was on the 10-yard line by himself, 10-yard mark by himself, and absolutely missed the net. A glorious chance for him. He did get a goal a little later on, fortunately for him. But I tell you what, Declan Rice made a hell of a tackle in the first minute there, locks the ball loose, goes to Havertz. Havertz crosses it to Odegaard. Odegaard slots it into the back of the net, excuse me. And it was more of that, just more of that to come. Erling Haaland had a really nice header to tie the game up 1-1, and then Arsenal came back down less than 60 seconds later, and boom, it's in the back of the net, and then boom, 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 boom. They ran away with it. Man City officially, I think we called this a couple of weeks ago, title hopes gone. They're going to struggle to finish in the top 4 at this point. They brought in a couple of new players. They need to bring in a couple of more new players. They are going to struggle for the rest of the year, in my opinion. They are going to be playing Real Madrid in the Champions League playoffs. Real Madrid could run all over them. In that game, playing out of the back for Man City is becoming a real problem. John Stones was back there again because of the injury problems that they're having.
Did he make it the whole game?
He played the whole game.
Oh.
He played the whole game. Yeah, but
By the way, BX Gunner's back on YouTube.
Hey,
He's
sure
from
he's
Charlotte,
happy.
from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's happy about Arsenal.
David Rea, in my opinion, had a phenomenal game. Some of the reflex saves he had today were absolutely phenomenal. Man of the match, in my opinion, for Arsenal. And if you've watched the show regularly, you know I am not a David Rea fan. I absolutely do not like him. But today, player of the match. Arsenal were getting everybody behind the ball. So when Manchester City won the ball and were able to play out of the back, Arsenal just dropped back. I mean, they put 5 flat in the back. They were waiting and just letting Man City have the field and say, go ahead, do your little passing. Go ahead, pass. We may need to look up the stats. I forgot to look up the stats of possession of what it was that Man City had, but they had the majority of the possession. And when Arsenal won the ball, they just broke out and went all guns blazing. Pun intended, the Gunners, obviously. Haaland, with his goal that did tie it up briefly there, that was his 250th career club goal. He's only 24 years old. I mean, that's a hell of a stat, in my opinion. But 5-1, that's a whooping. That's an absolute whooping right there. Yep. Unfortunately for Arsenal, they've lost so much ground on City. I don't see City giving up ground this season, so it might be all for nothing. They're going to finish second again. Season ends today. Liverpool run off easy winners. Obviously, a couple months left here in the season. Officially, once we show the table, I think there's 12 games left, but I don't see Liverpool slipping up. I don't see Liverpool slipping up at all, man. You do? You think Arsenal got a chance?
No. I think Nottingham Forest is going to go into second
Whoa! I mean,
yeah.
Okay. All right. You think Nottingham Forest are going to beat out Arsenal for second place?
Yes.
Stop it.
Wow.
Just stop it.
Ooh.
It's the Nuno effect.
You're losing credibility at this point.
Why?
Should we make a bet, Nate?
You sure, if you want to win.
I mean, I do want. I like
Remember when
winning.
he said Chelsea was going to get relegated?
Hey, it was happening.
You said it.
You
They
did
pulled
say
out of their
that.
butt the last third of the season or quarter of the season.
it wasn't happening at all.
They were stuck in that place for a really long time.
That place being the middle of the table.
Yeah,
No, it was lower than 10th. It was
they were 12th and 13th for quite a while. I would say
Yeah.
the first third half of the season last year, but you could see it was being turned around. Maresca had them turning around. You could see it was coming. Arsenal, though, finishing third? You think Arsenal finished third this year?
Yep.
12 games left. You think Forest going to take them?
Yes.
Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I
Place
don't
the
see
bet.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
On the bet board?
Yeah,
Do it.
we haven't used the bet board in a while. What are we betting, Brooks? You think Arsenal finished third and Nottingham specifically you think Forest finished second?
I think Forest finish above Arsenal.
Well, we'll find out.
Because that means Arsenal
Find out
could drop
May.
points and finish fourth, and Nottingham finished
Nope.
third.
You're going to find Wednesday, February 26th.
Ooh, that's coming up in a couple of weeks here. That's when we play each other. That's a 6-pointer essentially. Why don't we put up the the table here just to show where everything's at. So obviously, ooh. Looks like I've accidentally put up the wrong table here, friends.
I've got it up here.
Yeah,
We got Liverpool. Want me to read it off?
Yeah, go for it.
So we got Liverpool in first with 56 points. Arsenal in second with 50. Nottingham Forest, 47 points in third. City and Newcastle are tied fourth and fifth with 41 on goal differential. Though City has them, so they're in fourth. Chelsea sit in fifth with 40 points. Bournemouth with 40 points as well in seventh. Aston Villa in eighth place with 37. Fulham in ninth with 36. A good win for Fulham this past weekend.
It was a nice win for Fulham over Newcastle 2-1.
Yes.
A great win for them. Yes.
Assist from Anthony Robinson. Brighton in 10th with 34 points. Brentford in 11th with 31. Crystal Palace in 12th with 30. Man United in 13th with 29. And Tottenham in 14th with 27.
I don't think we need to go any further than 14th, but Tottenham and
That's what the shockers
Manchester United
there.
13th, 14th.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that Nottingham Forest, who currently, by the way, only 3 points behind Arsenal, But the goal difference there, right? The goal difference is
Yes.
plus 27 for Arsenal and plus 13 for Nottingham Forest. So that's kind of telling. Nate usually does. Nate?
Let me end the argument.
Yeah, you go for it.
Liverpool, Arsenal, and then it's going to go City, Chelsea.
I'm going to go.
Forest?
And Forest is probably going to drop out.
I'm going to
If
go
I was them, I would want to drop out.
because we know what happens when you make the Champions
And
League
you're
the
not-
following season.
not
Look
prepared.
look at Villa, right? Look at Villa
But they
this year.
acquired so many players.
They required a lot of good
Yeah.
players. They have a lot of good talent, and good talent will only get you so far. Good talent will win you a Europa, if you ask me, for sure. Good talent can do that. Good, Emery did it several times.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to try to fix our table here, but
that's how he won the Europa.
I mean, you can say here with
What we're not gonna
Arsenal.
do is-
So here's Arsenal's schedule to finish out the year. I'll read it. So let's take out the EFL or any extra cups or whatever. So the remaining league games: Leicester City, they play on the 15th of February. Then they play West Ham on the 22nd. Nottingham Forest on the 26th of February. Man United on the 9th. Arsenal Chelsea the derby on the 16th of March. April 1st, we have Arsenal and Fulham. Everton and Arsenal play on April 5th. And then we also, on the 12th, we have them Arsenal and Brentford. Ipswich Town on April 19th. On the 26th, they play Crystal Palace. 3rd, they play Bournemouth. Liverpool on the 10th. Newcastle on the 18th. And Southampton on the 25th. So it's a pretty easy schedule. But don't Arsenal tend to drop points against teams they should beat?
They do, but I think they've made a couple of new acquisitions. I think they're a little bit of a different team this year. I think they've learned. Now,
You think?
I think
You
they
think?
would be in better hands if they didn't have an injury or two, and if Liverpool hadn't have gone blazing, man. Liverpool are in a league of their own right now. In all,
Well, for sure.
all
They're
categories.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't think anyone's catching them.
no one's catching them.
Yeah.
Forest.
Unless they really slip up.
Forest, I think, have had a hell of a season, but I'm in agreement with Nate. I think they slowly start to drop out here. They'll drop points here, they'll drop points there, and then they'll drop. And honestly, it can be a little bit of a disaster to make the Champions League or even Europa League if you're not ready for it, if you're not prepared for it. It can hinder your season. Players seem to focus on those games other than the league games to become more of a priority. And then you're not going to win. You're not beating the big boys in those competitions. So you've essentially won nothing. So don't get me wrong. Forest have been absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to get to them in a minute as they absolutely knocked the crap out of Brighton.
I'm not trying to take the piss out of Forest. Them going from bottom dweller to Europa is really good.
It's a hell of a season. A hell of a
And to
transformation.
be honest with you, I didn't want Stuttgart to make the Champions League. Not that it's damaged them, and okay, you made money, but they would have gone farther in a Europa competition.
Right.
So-
and it takes
and they
away
were-
the focus. Yeah.
Right, and they were barely in it. They didn't do bad. They were right outside, but I could have told you they weren't going to really move out,
Do damage in it.
Take a prayer to move out, and then they're going to get knocked out anyways. You know.
Yeah. No, you are correct.
You know,
But
Craig, just Nuno wants to be numero uno. You know, come on now.
Nuno
Wants to be
numero uno.
Ah,
Hashtag Brooks to the dad joke.
yeah.
God, you're the only one who's not a dad, and you come up with a dad joke.
You made a dad joke earlier,
Hey,
though.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hey, stop it!
Slap his hand. Slap his hand.
Enough out of you.
Oh,
Flip him
come
upside the
on.
head. All right. So, Man City falling off. I don't think they pick it up here. I think they'll be lucky to finish in the top 5, top 6, to be honest. I think Chelsea make a good run. I honestly see Aston Villa making a good run, even though they lost this weekend. I see them making a good run because they're bringing in a couple of players. They're still in the hunt for another 2 players. I think that could help turn their season around. We're going to get to that in a little bit as well. So Arsenal, though, they played very well. Obviously, Saka's still got to come back. They got another player or two going to come back. I think Arsenal run away with second place. But
Is Saka
Forest-
going to be back?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, I thought he was out for the rest of the season.
No, they said 2 months. So I'm going to guess sometime at the end of February here he'll start to be featuring in games. But look at the kids they've got in his place. I mean, the kids they brought in scored goals today and scored nice goals today. Lewis Skelly, what a nice goal. Then he sits down and does the Holland. I wasn't a fan of that. He sits down and does the yoga pose where he's. I didn't like that. I'm not a huge fan of
Buddha
that
pose.
type of thing. What is it?
It's a Buddha.
Buddha pose. Yeah.
You know what this is all about, though?
What's that?
earlier in the year when they went up to his coach
Yeah.
and said, "Stay." You know, he did the whole stay humble.
Stay humble. Yeah.
So Arsenal
Is it coming back to him?
Arsenal's working on fumes of fury against City, and I'm not really surprised at the outcome. You know, when you kick a hornet's nest and you get stung like 23,000 times, it's not really surprising.
Agreed. All right, well, we'll have to see. We got a lot of soccer still to be played in the season. We'll see where those two teams end up. Big transfer news that happened this weekend. We're going to talk about it right now. Marcus Rashford has officially moved on loan from Manchester United down to Birmingham, Aston Villa. He is officially in the house at Aston Villa. Hold on, I think I have a.
You know, it's funny
a picture there. I think I had a picture somewhere. There you go. Yeah, he makes his move.
He's officially a hostage now. Why is that your number one transfer story?
It's the number one transfer story because it's been a story of him not playing at Manchester United and the stuff he's had to deal with. It's just the one I think that a lot of people have eyes and wanted to click on and read about.
Your best transfer isn't him.
You think Aston Villa have a better transfer?
Yes, I do, and I told you that.
Who is it going to be?
Oh, yes.
Asensio from PSG.
Asensio, yeah.
Marco Asensio.
Correct.
That's a good transfer.
100%
This is pity.
agree with you. 100% agree with you, but it's not the final crossing of the T's, dotting of the I's hasn't been done, so it's not 100% done yet.
I thought that was a done deal according to
Fabrizio, but I haven't seen it on any official sites yet. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen him holding the jersey.
I haven't seen him holding the jersey. I'm a big hold the jersey, and I didn't see it. But according to Fabrizio, it's done. So Marco Asensio is coming. Reformer Real Madrid went to PSG. Now he's at Aston Villa on loan, no option to buy.
Which was always weird because he was good at Madrid. I thought PSG was a step down. Did good in PSG. Still, I just thought it was a step down. And now I think he's going to the Prem where it's
going to be great to see him play in the Premiership, right? It'd be great to see a player like that.
So
this is where players should be going, not to the McDonald's.
Right.
League One, and it is officially called League One for McDonald's.
So you want to say how great
it is?
You want to say how great the Rashford move is now? That's what you want to do? Go for it.
All right. So, but
Oh boy.
I definitely like the Asensio one better. Okay, let's leave that there. The Rashford one, I do think it's getting a lot of coverage because one, he hasn't played very well for the past year, right? And he's got
just a year.
We'll throw some stats up. Maybe about a year. 2 years ago, he scored 17 goals in the Premiership.
Oh yeah.
Right.
When the Premiership had, and I did a little research before I came.
Let's hear it.
When the Premiership's top teams,
Yep,
literally were having their worst seasons, and it was the worst ever Premiership there was. Also, contract year.
Is it not?
So during a contract year, when the Premiership was on the low, he did really good.
Is it not a good deal for Aston Villa? Is it a bad deal for Aston Villa?
Depends on his attitude.
Because
he wasn't allowed in the locker room.
Yeah.
Scholesy said he shouldn't be in the locker room.
Right.
He said that player shouldn't touch the locker room because he's going to be a cancer.
He's a cancer
player.
Yep.
Oh, and your English manager left him out of the locker room too.
Yep.
So
agreed. 100% agree. So for Aston Villa to go, okay, listen, we sold Johan Duran for $77 million.
And you got Asensio.
And you got Asensio come in.
That was a good deal for
good
that.
deals, right? But we need someone to back up Ollie Watkins, who, by the way, went off injured at halftime at Wolves. Now we really don't have an out-and-out pacey forward. I think Rashford can help fill that spot. Leon Bailey has been off the pace this year on the right-hand side, but I know Rashford likes to play on the left. But I do trust in Unai Emery. He's brought in a lot of players, and you go, who is this? And there's a player in there. It's a 6-month loan. Aston Villa picking up what we understand is 70% of the salary. And at the end of the term, Villa get to go, yes, we'll buy him for $40 million, or we'll ship him back. No harm done. I got to be honest, I don't see a loss here besides the locker room thing, and I get that.
I hope he scores 1,000 goals for you guys and pay 70. You pay 70 mil for him. I really do. No, seriously, I really mean that because he's not going to see a minute back at United.
Yep.
And once he signs that big deal, then you'll see the player that he is.
Yep.
Here's the problem. Several different managers had an issue with this guy.
Yep.
Amarin came in, actually had some power. Kicked him and Garnacho out. Atletico Madrid wanted to pay $60 million for Garnacho.
I would have sold him.
And he didn't. And Garnacho's playing. Rashford can't even get in near the locker room.
Yep.
That tells you something.
Yeah.
There's something off.
There's
He's
something.
had one good season. He doesn't defend. He doesn't track back. Is he a forward or is he an outside player? Is he a left player or is he a right player? I don't really know. And you're kind of coming at this from the homer side.
Sure.
Because we've had this conversation.
We have.
We've had the conversation of who would you take at United? And never have you been like, Marcus Rashford, he's a diamond in the rough, just needs a right, gotta shine off. Here's another thing.
I thought Amorim, when Amorim came in, to be fair, I thought Ruben Amorim was going to be able to get him going.
Yeah,
I
until
thought
he assessed the situation when this guy doesn't want to play.
Right.
Get out of here.
But a new environment for the player, that really could help turn it around.
Really? You didn't do anything for him on the English squad because guess what? Harry Maguire, right? Bang on average at United. New environment, playing for England. Does really well, doesn't he?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's playing really well for Amron right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing very well. To be fair, he's played under a lot of managers. He's played well under every manager he's been with.
Yeah, and
Maguire's
Rashford,
been the MVP
and Rashford has not.
Rashford absolutely has not.
Here, you know what's funny? Because all this, like, right on my feed, I don't know, algorithms, scary stuff, popped up the old All for Nothing with Danny Ellie.
Dele Alli, yeah.
Where Mourinho sat him down.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And had a
The
talk
whole
with
Tottenham
him.
all or nothing, yeah.
And he was like, hey, did the whole speech. Today I'm 56. Yesterday I was 20. It goes by in a blink of an eye. You're wasting your talent. And he sat there. And where has he gone? He's gone off to several clubs and done nothing. Galatasaray tossed him out. Yeah. They said, we don't even want you.
Yeah.
That is Galatasaray.
Galatasaray.
That one.
In Turkey.
In Turkey. Delicious meat. That's,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's what I think you're getting.
Sure.
And
that's what I think you're getting.
Agreed. We could be getting a turkey. We could be absolutely getting a turkey who just wants to pick up his pay packet and do nothing and be a pain in the you-know-what.
I hope.
And if it's not that, though, I think Villa would say, listen, we got other players coming in here. We're willing to take the risk.
Here's the risk. What if he does well?
There's still we don't have to buy him.
You don't have to. But what if he does well and you do?
I mean,
and then he doesn't and goes back to the old ways and has that blip. That's your risk.
Oh, there's a couple players I can tell you that have done that, right? They signed their contract, their brand new contract.
Players. How about the one you're getting? Because that's what he did in 2022/2023.
I mean, I can't.
So
I can't predict the future. I can't predict the future, but I mean, yes.
Your best bet is he is really bad, and you send him out.
So, all right. So let's go through it. Here we go. So in the 2016 season is when he kind of broke on. 32 matches, 5 goals, and all the way up to this year where he's had 15 matches and scored 4 goals. Right? Okay, 2023, 2024, 33 matches, 7 goals. So last season, not good again. 2022, 2023, contract year, 35 games, 17 goals. Prior year, I think there were some injuries, playing out of position a little bit. 25 games, 4 goals. 2021, 37 games, 11 goals. Year before that, 2019, 2020, 31 games, 17 goals. So he has it in his bag to score goals.
When do players start to decline?
After the age of 27. How old is he? 27.
When does he turn 28?
October.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I don't see Villa signing into a long-term deal. It's probably going to be a 3-year deal at the absolute most.
Where are you playing him?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to the manager yet. I'm due to have a phone call with him tomorrow.
Him?
I would play him on the left.
Looking at a forward who can't play a forward. You're going to put a left-wing player who won't track back and defend. Yeah. So, best of luck to you. By the way, Garnacho is better than him, and that's why he failed to sniff the field after it.
So he's a very Leon Bailey type player right now. Leon Bailey is asked to stay high on the field and not come back and defend as much.
Leon Bailey, who you're trying to loan out.
We're not trying to loan him out. No. We're not trying to loan him out. Manchester United have inquired about Man United taking him from Villa.
You know what Bailey does? Bailey actually defends.
Tracks. He He's not asked to track back as far. We like to keep him high and wide. The problem is this year, once he gets high and wide and gets the ball, he gets found out. He can only use one foot. He can't go to the right, and it's backing up and through. And it's just like, what are we doing here? Last year he was a trailblazer.
Like Saka.
Last year he was in. Yeah, but Saka can go to the right, and then when he comes back to the left, can actually get a shot off. That was Bailey last year. Bailey this year, completely different player. He hasn't started several games this year because the prior game is so bad, so poor from him. He's a different player this year. I don't know why. We can't figure it out.
I just think when you have in your career at Man United, you have Jose Mourinho that coached the kid, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then you had obviously the caretaker manager with Michael Carrick, who how many games he took over at the end, and then Ralph Rangnick came in as an interim.
Yeah.
And then Ten Hag, and then Van Nistelrooy and for an interim, and then Ruben. Like, that's a good list of managers that have
all said no, and he's not a good fit.
Yes.
I agree.
I
absolutely agree.
Good coaches that have won in other places. Guaranteed Ole hasn't won at the highest level.
Sure.
I mean, he wasn't bad at Man United, but he's done more. He's done better in Norway. Oh, was it second?
You got United. Ole had him in second.
Okay. So okay. So I just.
Am I super happy about this deal?
I think Unai Emery is shooting for the
really.
stars to hopefully it works, and I think that's the very bad move. And what we always said about loans, all three of us, that this isn't your club that you're with. You're on loan. You don't want to be here.
This is his chance. He's not playing at Man United. But there's no way he's playing. This is a chance to show that he still has it.
But
it's a win-win for Villa, I think.
But it was almost like, the AC Milan stuff was a joke. So was the Dortmund stuff. Like, none of those teams are going to touch him because, they know he's a cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, it's his brother that's his agent, right?
I think you're thinking a little too hard in this, or think you know more than you do.
Is his brother his agent? His brother represents him, right? Or does all the
I think the
talking
brother is involved.
Yeah, he should stop because he's a moron. Right. He should really stop.
But what I'm saying is, it's a win-win because listen, if within a month we find he's a cancer, guess what? We're canceling the loan. See you later. Done. It's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for Manchester United. They get 70% of the salary off.
When you could have made another move in the transfer window and you get him on loan, I feel like you could have done something else.
Villa are flush with money right now. 77 million from Johan Duran, 25 million from Champions League. Philogene was sold for 20 million.
So go get
125.
yourself a real player.
Exactly. That's like he said. Instead of the loan, I would take a player you can buy.
You will always pay more for players in January than you will in the summer.
Sure.
And you know that you're bringing in Asensio, and people know we're flush with cash now.
You could have got a loan deal for Matthias Tell
or something like that. Yeah.
I don't put it past Villa to have made that phone call to see, and they were turned down. Matthias Tell has turned down, was it Tottenham already? Who did he turn down?
Matthias Tell, he turned down Tottenham.
I think he turned down Tottenham. He's in
their dumpster fire.
They're talking to Man United, which is an interesting one because obviously Man United and Tottenham are 13th and 14th. So
he wants a permanent deal.
Right. So I don't think anything's going to happen with Matthias Tell. By the way, we got about 24 hours left in the window. I don't think he moves.
He wants a loan to buy. You're flushed with cash. Go get a 19-year-old Ford who only got nudged out by Harry Kane and Bayern Munich's stupid management. By the way, Daniel Malen wasn't a bad signing.
Yeah, he played the other day as well. Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I just think it looks
January.
good.
I got nothing wrong with it.
I just don't think it looks good when you've done the 6-month loan and then you bring him in, you cut him, and you're like, "What the fuck did we do this for?" Oh, excuse me, but
wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Brooks, no.
What are you, me?
Maybe today.
Oh, nice.
It just doesn't look good though. Like it's like, why even do it if you know that's a potential where you're going to cut the loan in a month?
Maybe they have a guy. Maybe they have their eye on a guy for the summer, and it's not Rashford. And he ain't coming here because they're not going to pay for him now, and they need to cover.
It just why even do the move? Why even?
I don't know. Again, time will tell. We'll see if it works.
This is going to upset you. I'm going to say this. I think you're overvaluing what your manager's doing right now. Because you just said he makes everyone better.
No, I didn't say that. What do you mean makes everyone better?
Uli.
Unai Emery. Yeah. I think he makes
where's your
players
team right now, and then they just lose.
We're in 8th.
And don't trust me.
3 points out of 4th.
Yeah.
And
you just lost the Wolves.
6th in the Champions League. So
the Champions League hasn't started. It's just started, so we'll see how they do.
We're ranked 6th.
Because you can lose a bunch of matches and it means Jack and Diddley.
Oh no, we lose
knockout.
We lose one more and we're out.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean now. Yeah. Now the Champions League has
now the real Champions
League. Now the real league is start because before you had a 67% chance of making it.
Yeah.
So
That's true. All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. Time will tell. He is eligible to play. Villa don't play until next week. I think it's Saturday. We play Tottenham in the Cup, so eligible to play there.
I wonder if he's allowed to play against United later in the year.
I'm gonna guess, like most
say no.
teams, most teams write it in that he can't because they are covering 30% of his salary that he's not going to play. I'm gonna almost guarantee it's not going to happen.
The one good thing about this, and this actually might have been why they actually got him, because I don't think they can use Incensio in the Champions League.
Right?
Oh,
Because he
because
played for
PSG played.
PSG.
Tied with Cup.
Now
tied
they
with PSG.
can use Marcus Rashford
Yep, because not in the Champions
he
League.
didn't play in the Champions League.
Yep. All right. Well, time will tell. We'll see if any of those other deals. By the way, Aston Villa are still going after João Felix
Which is another dumb move.
and Axel Diazy.
Why
So,
would you go? Diazy's fine.
but he definitely turned down Tottenham. He wants to come to Villa.
Nobody
He's
wants to
agreed
go to Tottenham.
Oh, I know. He's Diazy's actually agreed
Yeah.
fees with the Villa, but but Chelsea and Villa haven't agreed for a fee there.
Yeah.
Felix, they don't want to give us either one of those because
I wanna
both
give
Villa and Chelsea are going for the last Champions League spot.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, folks. So, yep, Rashford to Villa, done deal there. We'll see how that works out. Big thank you to our partners. Big thank you, as you saw there, to Soccer World. SoccerWorld.net for all your soccer gear needs. You just missed it. It was this past weekend was the 50% off sale. I think, though, if you get up to the store this week, they may have a couple of things left over. Get up there. Soccer World, 3 locations here in Metro Detroit. Big thank you to Next Level Training, Aaron Bird, Dylan, Scotty Renato, and the boys and the girls that they have there now. Some of the best, no, not some of. They are the absolute best trainers in the area. Nate is pointing at me. What is going on, Nate?
I like to help with the cold reads here.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So, I just spend all my money on sponsors. So, Sydney,
Your daughter, yep.
as you know,
Baller, Sydney.
is an NLT cadet,
Yes.
and she actually started doing the February clinics. So if you're unaware about this, there are February hour-and-a-half clinics that are happening on the weekend throughout the month of February. They did January. They had specialty clinics. She did the shooting and finishing one with Coach Bell today in West Bloomfield and had a blast.
Nice.
The other one she did a January one, which was similar with Coach Summer. And if you have a female player, I can tell you my daughter loves Coach Summer.
Coach Summer's good, man.
She is great, but my daughter really, really likes her.
Good.
She said it's one of her favorite coaches to work for.
Nice. Well, sign up at Next Level Training, man. They got a couple of spots open in the February clinics, as you heard, but those spots are going quick.
VR Soccer sponsorship has stolen all my money.
Yes, they have. Big thank you to the Michigan Jags, MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information on them. My kids play for the Jags. They do the Junior Jags. Nate coaches for the Junior Jags.
And the regular Jags.
And
Come
the
on,
regular
don't-
Jags.
Don't just do that to me there.
Yeah.
Don't just be, he's just a juniors coach. No.
You got a good team as well.
I'm all over the map.
Yeah.
I'm all over the map.
My son played first 11v11 game today.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How'd that go, Poopy?
Complete opposite, my friend.
Did it go good?
We won 7-5.
No, how'd it look?
It looked good. I like it because it's real soccer compared to the 9v9 and the 7v7.
And I'm not trying to pick, but there's always that transition, 77, 99, 99 to 11-11 always kind of looks because they try to play what they know, and they struggle a bit. So
I mean, there was a lot of goals in the game, right? 7-5.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of the ball over the top a defender struggled with that, right? The other team knew how to play direct, and they went over the top, and we struggled doing that with all the space.
Oh, is this their first year of being able to head too?
Yes, but we've been doing that now for several months. The 11v11, the big field, my son loves running into the space. It worked out pretty well for him today. He did okay. He had 4 of the 7.
Young Craig Hearn.
No, I probably would have had about 2. Yeah, he did well today. My daughter.
Pick this up. He's gonna make MLS 1, and now you're gonna have to spend more money.
Oh God, let's not talk about that. My daughter played her first 9v9 game today, so she stepped up to that size field, which is fun for her. Her team won 3-0. That was fun to watch as well. So I had a lot of soccer this weekend.
Did you beat up on any rec parents on the indoor stuff yet?
No, we had the weekend off. The We Are Soccer youth teams had the weekend off. We're currently whiteboarding how to beat up rec teams.
Craig took a bunch of Jags All-Stars and put them in the lowest division of indoor he could find to feel good about himself. He walks in like in a suit like Pep Guardiola, and he's just like game planning it. He's holding up a little whiteboard. He's like, hey, run the system. Run the system. It's an 11v11 field, though. And
4-4-2.
Everyone's confused.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Yikes.
Yeah. I do want to say a big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He is doing an awesome job with the athletes he currently has. He's rehabbing them. We have sent a couple of our friends his way, and we have heard nothing but good things. Dr. Zach Atwood, the football doc, is fixing patients and getting them back on the field. One local stud who is currently with Dr. Zach Atwood, Lily Jekyll. She is absolutely a baller of a player. She is doing fitness assessments and all that weekly with him, and she cannot speak more highly than what she is of him. You had your hand up.
We need to work on your enunciation a little bit because he goes, and we've heard nothing but good things. No, it should have been. We've heard nothing but good things. You want to you don't want to. You want to enunciate the positive, not the negative.
Oh, my bad. We've
heard nothing. We sent a bunch of people there. We've heard nothing.
I got a lot of work to do on this. This is my first.
Should have been the other way around. We've heard nothing but good things.
This is my first time doing a podcast. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, all right, moving on.
A jerk at this point.
All right, moving on.
Else, but Brooks used up all the swears.
You're just trying to hold us off of the next topic of Man United versus Crystal Palace. I don't want to talk about
it. Like, the more we take off of this, then we don't got to talk about it. What was there to talk about? What do you want?
Sorry about your luck. Here we go. Man United hosted Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. They started out with a lineup of no Zerke, no Højlund, so they're playing with a false 9. Who did they put up there? Manu, who I think is one of your best defensive midfielders, but now he gets shoved out because of Ugarte and Fernandez who want to play in there, so let's put him up top, and that didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, I mean, we possessed the ball a lot, but we couldn't score. But, in fairness, then they put on the forwards, and we couldn't score.
Couldn't score again.
So, I mean, like...
Okay, so, all right, let's dive in.
I mean, is it better to score without a forward, or is it better to not score with a forward?
It's just score. They got to figure out something, but they don't have the players in place. So here's my problem. He's trying anything and everything. At this point, you can just see he's throwing mud at a wall and seeing what sticks. And this didn't work. I didn't like it, but Manu did hit the crossbar. He did hit the post. He did cut one back, and this is in the first 10 minutes. Cut one back to Garnacho, who took a good shot, but it was blocked. They did look like they were potentially going to score, but Crystal Palace just got in the way. And then Crystal Palace with Jean-Marie Matata, just all of a sudden, he's a beast, man. He's going to score, and he scored 2 goals today.
That first goal, I mean, quality on him for finishing it, but that was like the most unlucky goal I've seen of the week. For it to hit the post, go basically over Onana's hand, hit the post, bounce right to him.
Yep.
That's a bit unlucky.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time. I'm not trying to take anything, but that was that wasn't getting beat by a team and player. That was just a bit of bad luck.
Yep, just a bit of bad luck.
Second one, yeah, he split the defense and scored. Good
Ruben
on him.
Amorim, though, he's got to be pulling his hair out at this point. He's going to look like Pep Guardiola pretty soon.
He's going to the gym now.
I seen this. What was that picture? He's got a gym bro.
He's a gym bro.
And he's taking pictures of with him and some big buff guy in a gym.
It was me.
That was you. It didn't look like you, but okay.
He just got back from Manchester.
Yeah. Well, interesting. We'll see what. Like I said, he's throwing mud at a wall. I think he just needs to get through the season. In my opinion, get through the season, assess the young players, assess different players, and then you're going to start the rebuild in the summer.
Here's the reality. He could actually get through the season and actually win a trophy.
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
They haven't lost a Europa match.
This is true.
They're doing well in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they gave up on the Premier League and just is using that as the assessment board.
Yeah.
And then they're like actually doing and try because they look good.
You might be right there. Actually, they're just trying everything they can think of in the Premier League and then see what works and what doesn't work, and then using it in the other competitions.
That's the scrimmage. That's the real and like
you might be right.
I don't know. You know what I mean? But anyways, apparently from what I've heard from people who are smarter than me, one or two have said this. There's a lot of hype on this left back coming in.
Patrick Drogu?
Because the system that he runs is heavily reliant on active left backs who can work in the ball. So, we'll see. We'll see if that helps. And I can tell you Højlund's the type of striker that needs stuff in the box. And if you don't have service in the box, it's an issue. And it was pointed out on a lot of videos when they analyze it. The issue is by the time they transition from, and he is a big transition guy, by the time they transition from defense to offense, the other team has, because it's so slow, the other team has already got 3, 4, 5 guys in the box ready to do
it's the slowest transition
so
ever.
It's too slow. If you got a speedier outside backs, that transition happens faster, and then the opportunities in the score goaling happens much quicker. And that was the principles at Sporting that made him so successful and undefeated for a year.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, the player that did bring in, Man United signed Patrick Dorgu on a 5.5-year deal purchased from Lecce for around £25 million with £4 million of adding on, depending on if he plays and how many points and all that good stuff. So another player that fits into his system,
He also bought that center back from Arsenal as well, the Arsenal Academy kid.
Aiden Heaven, 18-year-old. I would not expect to see him much. 18 years old. Hidden feature for Arsenal, just in the youth squad.
Yep, but they signed him. They put him on the adult squad.
Yeah, that's interesting. 18-year-old.
He's going to play
big
forward.
Kid. Big kid. He's going to play forward. Yes. Big kid, Aiden Heaven. All right, so listen, Man United lose 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Aston Villa also lost 2-0, but they lost to Wolves. Aston Villa got it absolutely wrong in the first half of this game. Absolutely got it wrong. Unai Emery made 4 subs at the half, transformed the game. It was going in a completely different direction in the second half. But in the first half, Villa gave it honestly could have been 4-0 to Wolves at the half. Martinez stood on his head, minus the goal that he let in, which was near post. And in my opinion, he was at fault. Emi Martinez at fault for that. A lot of players kind of playing out of position. We played Bouma Kamara as a center back. Bogard stepped into the midfield. Out of position players led to a player running through, shot on goal, near post. Martinez has got to make that save. To his credit, though, he made some big saves for the rest of the first half, kept Villa in the game. Villa dominated the second half, couldn't do anything. Scored a goal that I thought should have counted, but was chalked off. Unfortunately, they went up. Wolves remained 1-0 up, and then towards the end of the game, about a minute left, Cunha puts the ball in the back of the net. Cunha going to be stuck at Wolves. Looks like every club in the world wants him, but Wolves aren't willing to let him go. Villa dropped to 8th, unfortunately. Still 3 points out of 4th spot, but definitely need to start picking up points. One note that we forgot to mention about Man United versus Crystal Palace. Lisandro Martinez looks to have picked up a serious knee injury. Going to be assessed tomorrow, but from first initial reports coming out, Lisandro Martinez could be out for the rest of the year, if not longer, depending on how bad that injury is. Aston Villa, Wolves finishes 2-0 to Wolves. Wolves playing some decent football at this point. They haven't lost since December. New coach coming in, doing some wonders there. Looks like they'll be making their way up the table. Moving on to Nottingham Forest and Brighton. Brighton didn't get out of bed for this one. This was the early match here in the USA. Nottingham Forest run absolutely rampant. Chris Wood nets a hat trick. Here's the funny thing. Nottingham Forest had 36% of the possession. 36% of the possession. They had 14 shots on goal. Of those 14 shots of those 14 shots in the game, 9 of them were on goal. 7 of them hit the back of the net. Are you? Whoa! Wow! Wow! That's all I got. I mean, 7-0 in the Premiership is an absolute whooping. Brighton, they got it all wrong. Brighton, by the way, this week turned down a bid for Mitoma from Al Nassr, the Saudi Arabian club, in the fee of 95 million euros. They turned that down for Mitoma. Now, we've been thinking that Brighton is the club that has this list of players, and if anybody comes in with a reasonable offer for one of those players, they sell it because they got 3 more in the same position who've learned the tactics and they can slot in, right? Next man up type thing. Do they think that anybody's coming in with a bigger offer than 95 million for Mitoma? I don't think that's anybody's coming in for anything more than that. Just saying. My opinion, they should have sold him. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, maybe they value him a lot.
Apparently. Anyway, so it didn't matter. They lost 7-0. All right, Liverpool cruised to a 2-0 win over Brentford. Mo Salah nets again. Mo Salah listen, season ends today. Season ends in 12 matches. Whatever it is, Mo Salah is going to be the Premiership Player of the Year. No doubt. The guy is absolutely on fire. Newcastle fall at home to Fulham 2-1. An interesting result there. I would have put money on a draw or Newcastle winning. Fulham been playing very well, picking up points where they need to. Spurs beat Brentford 2-0 at home. A good win for Spurs. They needed it because Ange Postecoglou is very much on the hot seat. So, good for him. They got a couple of games coming up. It looks like they're trying to make signings, but no one wants to go there. Everybody is turning down the opportunity to go to Spurs. I'm not surprised. It is what it is. All right, we got some Bundesliga chat time to get to. We've got some transfers rumors to get to. We got a couple of local soccer things to get to. We got a lot to get to in only a little bit of time. We're going to be right back right after this.
I'm Craig Hearn. Today, I'm here with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He's going to show me some simple exercises and stretches to do before my soccer games. Because to be honest, I'm getting a little older and I need to be better prepared for these games. All right, he's got some stuff he's going to show us. Let's jump in.
What's up, guys? Dr. Zach here with Craig. We're going through a dynamic warm-up here. Super important, especially in this age group as we get older. A lot of guys that I see, they go right from their car and straight to the field without any warm-up. We want to make sure that we're getting the body warm, we're getting loose, we get the heart rate up so that we can help reduce injuries. All right, guys, so I've got Craig currently doing some grass sweeps. He's doing a Frankenstein stretch, and he's also going through some pogos right now. Whoa, Craig, what the hell?
Yep, sorry, Doc. All this newfangled dynamic warm-up, this and that. What was wrong with my old warm-up? Oh, yeah, the doc was right. Definitely need the new warm-up. Oh, good Lord. All right, friends, thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He is one awesome soccer player, but an even better doctor. If you're looking to get back on the field after an injury, get to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. What a good dude. All right, it's Bundesliga chat time with our friend Nate. Nate, are you ready?
You're not the only one who could doctor intros. Hearn.
Yeah, let's do this.
Coming up on the Bundesliga chat time, history is made, Americans abound. It's the Bundesliga chat time. It's the It's the Bundesliga chat time. It's the Bundesliga chat time with Craig and Brooks.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
That's on the spot.
On the spot. I love it.
Yeah.
What happened?
I changed my intro.
What happened in the Bundesliga this weekend,
Oh
Nate?
my gosh. First thing, we do have history that was actually made, and we'll get to that in a second. And Americans are still abound. Let's get right into it. So, yeah, we had Bremen versus Mainz. Bremen winning 1-0 against Mainz. 3 red cards in 1 minute.
3 red cards in 1 minute.
Red cards in 1 minute, and that 1 minute was in added time because a player decided to bounce a ball, and then another player decided to talk to the ref, and then the coach decided to talk to the ref as well, and he just wasn't having anyone. Bremen won 1-0, 3 red cards given, issued like in the 96th minute. Oof. And Maloney did not play, probably still trying to adjust to Mainz and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so they officially moved to Mainz in a permanent deal, but still adjusting.
It's still adjusting, likely is what it is. Stuttgart unfortunately lost 1-2 against Gladbach. Scully playing a full 90, 83% pass rate. Actually looked pretty solid back there. Stuttgart couldn't finish. They literally hit the goalkeeper, I think, like 5-6 times. Just shot it right at him. So, and apparently you can't do that. You know, that's not.
We'll put up the table in a second to see where they currently sit after that loss.
Yeah. I am quickly becoming a St. Pauli fan.
Ooh, how come? You like the beer? You like the beer too, right?
The beer.
It is good.
St. Pauli versus Osberg. Sands played another 90. Helped set up their first goal.
Okay. All right.
And
Jamie Sands
did
getting
very
it done.
well. Did very well in that game. Played a full 90. That's the second time in a row he's playing full 90 against St. Pauli. Pauli's getting points off it.
That's got to be a clap. That's got to be an applause.
He was intricate in setting up the first goal, and Banks scored his first goal.
Jeez.
On his own team. You gotta let me finish.
I say clap, but I was like,
let's wait for the butt.
So I'm gonna probably butcher the first name. Nakonhai Banks, 18-year-old, did play 79 minutes, was a starter. Unfortunately, the goal that St. Pauli had kind of came off of a clearance that he tried to clear out and hit the ball into his own leg. Tried to make a play, just didn't work, and the ball went in. And he outside of that, and outside of not playing great defensively as a center back, his pass rate was great. His pass rate 94%, and again he started.
Young kid though, 18 years old, getting used to it.
Of the game, second start in a row for him as well.
Good for him. Good.
It's just kicking on. Dortmund playing Heidelheim 2-1. A Gios rating.
Gio Reyna sighting.
He played a full 3 minutes. And they had 1 pass. Good on Gio.
Was it 100% pass rating though?
100% pass rating in its full 3 minutes. Let's go, Gio!
We need the applause button. That 100% pass rating for Gio Reyna. That's going to be the headline right there.
Yeah.
We had a good assist in Champions League in that one match. That they played the last one.
The meaningless game that he played because they already qualified and it didn't really matter for anything. Good on him. Good on him.
Come on.
All right, but he saw there. He was running around. Union versus Red Bull. P-Folk did play 18 minutes, had a shot on goal, but other than that, it was 0-0 Snorfest. Munchen versus Kiel, Holstein Kiel. Tolkien playing 82 minutes. He struggled, but that whole back line struggled because Munich came in and pumped them 4-0, and then teased the fans by letting Kiel score 3 goals, and it ended 4-3 with Munich on the back. It's like they gave up, because all 4 goals kind of happened, I believe, in the first half, and they're just whatever, everyone go home, and slowly but surely, Kiel was coming back because they still wanted to play, and then.
A game should always end last goal wins, right?
It should.
Next goal wins.
Then Kiel would have won.
Yeah, I consider that a win for them.
The history that was made: Leverkusen versus Hoffenheim. 3-1 Leverkusen win. Game got super chippy because a disallowed penalty happened. However, it went to VAR. VAR reviewed it, and for the first time ever in any league, and this is something the Bundesliga rolled out in League 1 and 2, any international league, the ref announced why to the crowd and the audience at home why the penalty was disallowed, why the decision was overturned.
So they weren't just guessing.
He explained what the VAR call was and why the VAR...
I like that.
So that's hopefully maybe a thing other leagues will pick up on. That's something that the Bundesliga has instituted and rolled out as the first time it actually happened. So then after that, it got super chippy. I think there was 8 cards issued in the game. 70 minutes push and shove match. One of Leverkusen players went out with a red card, and the rest is history. Later this week, Pokel is back. Final 8. Got RB Leipzig versus Wolfsburg on February 26th. February 25th. Oh, sorry, that's later on. My bad. The games next week is Stuttgart and Augsburg, February 4th, and Leverkusen Cologne, February 5th. And then they take a break, and then the 26th and 25th are the other two games there.
All right. Thank you for the breakdown on the Bundesliga. And tell us how the Americans are doing. Always good to catch up with the U.S. players playing in the Bundesliga.
They're all there now.
And
the league is pretty tight.
That's right. We need to put up that table. Let's put up that table. Here we go. All right, there we go. I forgot to put that up. I mean, Bayern are still up top, right? They're 6 points clear favorites there after 20 matches. And you got Leverkusen in second, Eintracht Frankfurt in third, Leipzig in fourth. Your Stuttgart fall to fifth on 32 points.
Stay right there. That's where I want you. You're fine. Just stay there. Don't move. Stay right there.
Mainz 6, Borussia Mönchengladbach in round out 7. Borussia Dortmund all the way down to 11th. Oh my gosh. And then at the bottom of the table, you got Bochum and Holstein Kiel on 10 and 12 points respectively. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one down at the bottom of the table. Those 3 teams, it looks like they're going to be the ones leaving, which is Bochum, Holstein Kiel, and Heidelheim. They could be the ones that exit the Bundesliga.
And Frankfurt's dropping like a stone because they sold Marmouche off. So they're struggling. The last 3 games, it was tie, loss, and tie in their Europa. So we'll see how they finish out. I have a feeling that I don't think they're going to hold that spot. I don't think they're going to hold that spot. I think
they'll drop out of that.
I think Leipzig's going to.
Leipzig, or your Stuttgart could pip them.
No. Stuttgart needs to stay where they are.
Yep.
You're fine.
Best place.
Just
stay where you're at.
You're fine.
You're
good. You're good. Just right there is where you want. And we'll see what Leverkusen and Munich do because Leverkusen struggled in the beginning. That was the 3 ties or the 6 ties, but 3 of them were all those were in the beginning. They've been rolling now, and now Munich is kind of getting into the business end of the season where they're going to be playing tough teams in the Champions League, which I'm sure we'll talk about later.
Well, we'll talk about the Champions League right now, just for a little bit.
Segue!
Just a little bit. Segue. Well done. All right, so listen, the Champions League official group stages, or whatever they were calling it, wrapped up this past week. My Aston Villa won 4-2 at home against Celtic. They made it tough on themselves, up 2-0, and then all of a sudden it's tied 2-2, and looked like Celtic could be running away, but Villa came back and got the job done. 4-2 winners. What a night at Villa Park that was. A lot of other games happened. Not so many were as important as that one because if Villa lost, they would have dropped into the playoffs, but they didn't. They won, and now they go through in an automatic bye, so they missed 2 games. So then what they do is they take the top 8 and said, yay, you guys are getting a bye for 2 weeks. And 9 through 24 go into a playoff, and then they pick them out of a hat. Like, who's going to be playing against who?
And so that is where I said the business end is going to be because here's what's going to happen, what's loading up for them next, I think, in 2 weeks. Munich has to go to Celtic and play them, which they should they should win.
I put up the table here so people can see as you talk. Go for it, Nate.
But then on Saturday, they got to then travel to Leverkusen. And that's what I mean. This and Leverkusen, because they're in that top 8, are off. They don't have to play.
Oh, so Leverkusen, because they're in the top 8, have a bye. They don't have one. And then while Bayern Munich, have to go to Celtic. And playing against Celtic is not an easy task.
I like this new playoff format.
By the way,
away at Celtic. Yep. Oh my. Okay.
Go for
it.
They, Celtic hosts them at home, and then they got to play Frankfurt 4 days after that. After they play Celtic again on the back end.
This is a nutty playoff. This is a nutty system. It's a nutty way to do it. I mean, one of the great things that came out of this is Real Madrid are playing against Manchester City.
That's just such a stupid draw.
I mean, can you tell me this wasn't rigged? Like they wanted this, right? They wanted this. This is what UEFA wanted.
Yeah, come on.
Brest, PSG. You've got AC Milan. Who are they playing? AC Milan are playing Feyenoord. That's a great game. Atalanta. This is gonna be.
So what? Villa play the winner of what? Dortmund and Sporting? Is that what it is?
I believe so. Reading this damn thing, and I've looked around.
It's confusing.
It really is. I've looked around for a couple of different charts and
I think
reads of
that's
it.
what it's supposed to be.
I'm looking at it right now.
But they do another draw though. There's another draw that happens. Round of 16.
It's already set. So according to this, if Flip Mob's right, Villa will play the winner of Dortmund and Sporting.
Yeah.
Munich will play. Jerks. Leverkusen will end up playing Munich again. Because they play the winner. I believe they play the winner, unless they're drawing in between that bucket there.
Yeah.
That's what I think it says, because at the top of the graphic it says round of 16 draw February 21st.
So you're going to either be playing Atalanta, Club Brugge, Sporting, or
they need to be more American and just do playoffs where you just play the next person that's right there.
So here's what you got. You see the two columns I've got, draw and draw there.
Yes.
Those teams are playing, and then they get then put back into the bucket against the team in the far right, who are 1 through 8 there.
That's ridiculous.
So, but it's just but they pull them out of a hat, right? But it's a predetermined, they just show you. Anyway, it's I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of fun games though, so it's gonna be very interesting.
So we could have a Milan derby the next one, if that's correct, because they're on the same bucket. It's possible we could have an AC Milan Inter again.
Possibly.
Like I said. Now we're in the knockout stage.
Yep.
Now the tournament has actually started.
Yep. So this is fun. But now what it's doing is, and this would be happening any year, the transfers, Nate, as you mentioned earlier. Why did Villa go for Rashford? One of maybe the reasons is because Rashford is playing for a team that's not currently in the Champions League, but Villa is in the Champions League, and they need a player who can cover that. The original player they wanted is in the Champions League, and it's cup tied. So that all comes into play here as you pick up players and think about buying players or taking them out on loan. So there's a lot of things going on right now in the world of football here, which is super fun to be a part of.
Let's go around the table real quick.
Go for it.
What matches are you most interested in seeing? Give me your top.
You gotta put that.
Give me your top.
You have to put that thing back on there.
Come on, guys, aren't you staring at your phone like me?
Yeah. No.
Give me your top 3 or top 2, gentlemen. Which one do you want to do? I'll leave it to Brooks. Yeah. What's your top 2 you want to see, or top 3?
I mean, I think we talked about it, right? I think the Celtic Bayern one is actually sneaky good.
Nah, I don't care about that.
You don't care, and I'm assuming you're not going to say you care about the Real Madrid City game.
Nah, don't care about that.
For me, so.
Sorry, I don't. Those
Sporting and Dortmund.
Sporting and Dortmund is in there. Yes.
Okay. Juventus Feyenoord.
Nope.
I'm sorry, that's PSV versus Juventus.
I think the Brest PSG one's be interesting to see if
that'd be interesting.
Interleague people can knock off the big boys.
Yeah. The 2 matches I really want to see that are sticking out to me right now, so if they're all at the same time and I can only pick 2 matches, right, and hopefully they'd be on different days or whatever. Milan versus Feyenoord. Actually, I do want to see that.
That'd be a good one.
I want to see it. I want to see Christian Pulisic out there. I want to see what he does.
Sure.
I want to see Timothy Way is still in Milan, right?
No, he's with Juventus. Him and McKennie are with Juventus.
You hate me.
It's Yunus Musa who's with.
There you go, Musa. I want to see Pulisic and Musa out there. I want to see what they can do.
Don't you watch the Serie A every weekend?
No.
Jeez, come on. I have since they've been playing for him.
All right, well that's fine. So it'll be new to me, damn it.
Yeah.
So I want to see Milan. I really do. I want to see how they do. And that should be a good matchup for them. It's not like a one-sided match. Yeah. That should be good. And I do want to see Sporting versus Dortmund, because I think both those are interesting matches. I think Sporting, with their was it Robert Gosens, that striker that they got, who's supposed to be super elite, awesome, or is that a different team? That's probably a different team. No, Victor Gorkis. That's who it is. I want to see him play. I want to see how he does. I don't watch Sporting that much, so I'd love to see how he goes. And Dortmund's always entertaining. So those are 2 matches that I want to see.
The only one that really hasn't been mentioned here is Atalanta versus
Club Brugge.
which actually could be a really good match.
I say it probably will end up being a good game.
I think Juventus, the PSV will be interesting.
I like the Juventus PSV game. I think
Because
that could be
PSV
a
are
real-
playing very well.
That's the American. That's like the American gun ho right there, right? You got PSV with all their American players. You got Juventus with all their American players. It's America on America crime right there.
Oh, but Pepe's out, and then the right back, whatever his name is, that hasn't played for a while.
I didn't know.
What's his name? That's there. The right they got thrown out in the Trinidad game because the red card for arguing.
Oh,
I can't remember because he hasn't played in a while.
really? Is he injured?
Yeah, I think he's with
Injured as well.
PSV.
You got
Okay.
Richard Ledesma. Maybe he can make the scene.
Oh, that does me. Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
You know, he's there. Tillman. You know, he's injured.
Oh
but
yeah, Malik Tillman's there. Isn't
Maybe he
he?
could get out there. Pepe is dead or something. No, he's returning mid-March. Maybe I don't know.
We'll see if he makes it. But
Come on.
he did, just an FYI, as we jump to another segment here, he did sign a new contract at PSV. He is signed through the year 2030. So he signed a 5-year contract at PSV. Pepe has an extension.
That's it. You won't see the end of that.
No, they never see the end of those.
That
do they?
was, I can
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you exactly what that was. That was the old Gardevel signing that happened with Leipzig, where he signed a big 5-year deal as well. When everyone was starting to fish around for him, and then that ups your trade value or sell on value because you ain't gonna wait 5 years for this kid.
Right.
So
Yep.
now you're forced to really have to deal.
Well, also from the player's perspective, you say, sure, give me more money, but now what I'm going to do is I want to put a clause in there that says if a Champions League team comes in with X amount of dollars, I'm off, I'm out, see you later.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's news. Happened. It's more money. Obviously, you sign a new contract. It's more money. So good for Mr. Pepe there. And MLS has started up. By the way, I keep getting notifications that Messi and Inter Miami are playing friendlies. They played a couple of friendlies. They played against Day. They won 3-1 against God knows who. They played against Lexington. They played in Lexington the other week. They played.
No, they played in Miami.
They played in Miami. Oh, sorry, in Miami
Lexington went
against
down to
Lexington.
Miami,
Yeah,
yes.
which is a nice.
It's a USL Championship team.
Dylan Borzak.
Yes,
got to
and
play-
Izzy Liati, two guys that train with
Yeah,
him.
how awesome is that? Some NLT guys got to play against the greatest of all time. I swapped some messages with Mr. Dylan Borzak.
Did he 2-foot him?
Oh, he should have. No, you don't 2-foot the GOAT.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you go up and
Make
you shake
you
his
make
hand.
a name for yourself.
Yeah. But that's awesome. So MLS is starting back up. A lot of those players are back at their clubs.
Oh, we do
Those
have
are-
so the new stuff from MLS. So now they have money you can exchange like this is
good
more
Lord.
like MLS money between the and Houston just acquired for $2 million Jack McGlynn from Philly Union, which is a good pickup for them.
No
so.
one understands your system.
I know.
What are we going to call it? It's not GAM. It's not TAM. It's PAM. It's PAM.
Spam.
PAM. Spam.
Spam and
Spam.
Not our friend Pam.
No.
No.
Pam, I'm sorry you've been traded for Jack McGlynn. She's like, what?
Right? Yeah, right.
That's a good deal.
I forgot what I forgot what the exact terminology is, but now there's like it's actual money. It's not like Monopoly money. It's actual money clubs get to exchange between them. So it was like $2 million. Houston gave Philly for
All
this
I've got's
guy.
a head shake on that, my friends. I
Oh.
have no idea
It
what's
was a good-
going
it was
on
a
with
good
your-
one.
with your league.
It was a good one.
It's a good one.
And
All
Josh
right.
Wolf's now an assistant on Houston Dynamo. So
I will
there you
take your word. All right, we got a couple of news and notes and transfers that have come up and gone down, and a couple of more, and we're going to get to those right after this.
Change tempo, yes, drop out, good. Yes, touch play, right foot, yes. Scan, good. Touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan. Yes. Jay, well done. Good side on touch. Play, see it, yes.
All right, so we got a fun game of Wheel of Randomness coming up in a little bit. We're going to do news, transfers, and rumors coming up here. And in a couple of minutes, Wheel of Randomness, where we spin the wheel, lands at a question, we answer it, but we want everybody at home to answer it as well. All right. What has been going on in the world of soccer that we haven't already talked about? Well, you just heard us talk about Pepe signing a new contract at PSV until 2030. Good for him. You heard us talk about Man United signing Patrick Dorgu at 5.5-year deal, purchased from Lecce for £25 million with £4 million worth of add-ons there. Some of the things you may not have heard. Today, Gavi suffered a brain injury. During the afternoon's match against Alves, Gavi suffered a traumatic brain injury without loss of concussion. Tests came back normal, and he has been discharged and sent home, but he will be monitored on his progress. So he took a knock to the head. The team doctor was evaluating him and asked him, "What day is it?" Gavi's response was, "I have no effing clue." So he did suffer not a concussion, but they said maybe something happened in his brain, and it was a pretty big deal. So they sent him right off to the hospital. Hopefully he's okay, because that's not a good thing. Johan Duran, after his big move from Aston Villa to Al Nassr, has come out and said, and I quote, "I grew up watching Al Nassr. This is a dream move for me." Yeah, right.
Wasn't Al Nassr like created like just a few hours ago, or
pretty much? Yeah. No, they have been around since the as far as I know, I've seen a picture of them in the 80s. But yeah, right.
I'm sure you got that on cable in Colombia.
Grew up in Colombia watching Al Nassr, the Saudi Arabian league. I would be very surprised. I would like to know how much he was paid to say that.
Oh.
Yeah, so interesting.
Probably they didn't let Ronaldo say that too.
Oh, Ronaldo's Ronaldo's definitely paid to say that. Speaking of the Saudi Arabian League, Steven Gerrard is set to leave Al Ettifaq after being there for 1 year. Yes, that is the name of the club that he is currently managing.
Get the Ettifaq out of here.
Yeah, he's going to get the Al Ettifaq out of Saudi Arabia.
So where does he go now?
fucking FC.
And what was that? Thailand?
Malaysia.
Yes.
He's asked to leave. Yeah. He's asked to leave the club for personal reasons. What we're seeing, this is happening quite a bit now. Players, coaches being in the league for a year, getting all that money, and then leaving and going elsewhere. The problem for Steven Gerrard is, I don't think anybody else wants him outside in the big top leagues. You know, you got your top 5 leagues of Premiership, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, French League One, if you want to put that in there. I don't think anybody's going to want him in those leagues, so he's going to have to drop down. Maybe he comes back to the Scottish League or the Championship in England. I don't know, but
maybe he comes to MLS or maybe Liga MX.
I could see.
How's his Spanish?
I don't know if he go to Liga MX. I don't know if he's that, but I could see him hanging around, maybe waiting for an MLS opportunity, because he has been in America in the MLS with the Galaxy.
Yes. You know who just signed for Liga MX?
Who's that?
Sergio Ramos.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
he did. Yes, he did. Was it Tigres or Club America?
I don't care.
Is it not time for him just to hang them?
No,
up? He wants to play for San Diego. Apparently,
I'm so sad he didn't play for MLS.
Me too. That'd been a good one. He would have killed someone.
Awesome. Yes. The drama alone.
Yes.
We have got to tune in to watch him play his first Liga MX game, because he could kill someone. He could kill someone.
I'm not sure how you turn in to watch a Liga MX.
That's a good question.
They have it on Don't you get Telemundo?
Do you know what?
Univision.
Univision. Do you know what I love about Liga MX? Do you know one of the things they do is they give everybody a squad number, but if you're not on the first team,
you get a 3-digit number.
You get a 3-digit number.
Which means you're an academy player.
So essentially, you're watching a game, and if they got an academy player or someone who's on the first team, you're looking at the player number 237. Yeah. And he has that on his back.
Oh, he's going to Monterrey.
What? Yeah, he went to Monterrey. That's right. I read that this afternoon.
Okay.
So, interesting. At some point, Sergio Ramos has just got to go. No more. But anyway. All right, we move on. We all know, we've all heard, if you haven't, I don't know what you were doing, but Arsenal bid £60 million for Ollie Watkins.
Oh.
a couple of hours before Aston Villa was due to take on Celtic at Villa Park in a Champions League showdown. Villa were really pissed off with the timing of this. They turned it down flat. No, not going to happen. See you later. Because then a couple of hours later, the big sale of Johan Duran went through. Arsenal have not come back with another bid, and I don't expect them to. I think they're still pissed off that Villa tied them 2-2 a couple of weeks back. So, hey, good timing on that, Arsenal. Pfft, you bastards. Al-Nassr had a £95 million bid for Mitoma turned down. We talked about that. They're not coming back. I expected them to come back with a little bit more. They've said, nope, that's it, no more. Good luck to you, Mr. Mitoma. We talked about Leonard Maloney joining Mainz on a permanent deal. Good for him. That's awesome news there. Big news from Brighton. We kind of talked about this earlier. Evan Ferguson is off to West Ham on loan. No option to buy, meaning, in my opinion, he wasn't happy with the club not letting him go because Man United were interested. We heard there were a couple of other big clubs interested, and he probably wanted to go. They said no. He is a solid player. He is definitely going to help West Ham. No option to buy, though, so that means the club want to bring him back, try to talk him into playing, or they're going to sell him in the summer for a bigger fee. We'll see what happens there. All right, before we end up on Wheel of Randomness, again, I do want to say a big thank you to our partners and sponsors. A big thank you to Soccer World. A big thank you to Next Level Training. A very big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars. A big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. We very much appreciate the love and support that you guys provide for us. All right, Brooks, it is time for the Wheel of Randomness. Now, if you guys don't know what the Wheel of Randomness is, it is a wheel that we have. Brooks, hold that up. There you go. You can see the Wheel of Randomness. It has things written on it. We spin that, and whatever it lands on, Brooks reads it off, and we have to answer it.
At least he tries. Sometimes he forgets what he wrote, and that becomes even more funnier and more of a random thing.
It's weird that sometimes he can't read his own handwriting.
It's weird that he didn't write.
The marker smudges, okay?
Yeah. Piece of paper off to the side.
And just put numbers on the yeah, this is true. Maybe we'll take care of that for next week's show.
What's the fun in that?
I mean, getting it
He's
right.
He's got a point there.
This is true.
He won this argument. Give this man an applause.
Yeah, you get applause for yourself.
All right.
We do want people when it is spun, when he reads it off, we would love it if you could, in the comments, put your answer to the question. All right, Brooks, we're ready. Do it to it.
Oh, God, it's a long one.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Oh. Let's see. If you could move, damn it.
He literally cannot read his own writing.
Yes.
Or just pick another one that you can read.
Oh, no, sorry. If you could move all the soccer leagues to one streaming service, which one would it be?
I get to pick one streaming service to move. Okay, I got an answer. You ready? I'll go first. You ready?
Go.
We Are Soccer. Wait, we're not a streaming service, are we? We're just a YouTube channel.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Go with it.
Go with it, yes! I would love to watch the Premiership. I would get rid of half of the commentators, by the way, because some of them are god-awful. God-awful. So, yeah, I would like to take all the soccer leagues and have them on We Are Soccer. By the way, kind of little tidbit there, we're going to have some live streaming games this summer on We Are Soccer. So games for you to watch. There'll be games every day for you to watch at We Are Soccer.
Can't wait to watch your kids play, Craig.
Yeah, sorry.
Indoor boarded soccer.
I didn't say against rec teams. I didn't say what clubs, but anyway. All right, what streaming service, Nate,
I'll
would
yield
you?
to Brooks first. I want to hear Brooks' answer.
Brooks, what do you got, buddy?
Go last if you haven't picked it.
You like to go last,
yeah. Netflix.
Why Netflix? Why do you want all the soccer leagues to go be streamed on Netflix?
I mean, that's probably the one I watch the most, and it just makes sense, I feel like they can do a very good job of the product and just organization and getting the right commentators. I actually listened to the football broadcast they had, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought the graphics were great, and I thought the commentators were great. It was good.
Where Netflix failed on live sporting games was that, was it Jake Paul?
It was the first one. It was the
Tyson.
UFC one. I mean, come on now.
They got a lot better with it.
They did. They got a lot better with it.
Well, they did with the football, yeah. And the Tom Brady roast was a live event. Not exactly a sporting event, but a live event nonetheless.
Yeah. Oakstrom says Peacock.
Peacock?
For Oakstrom.
Okay.
I think Peacock's the worst.
Yeah, you don't like Peacock?
Amazon is doing way better.
Amazon could win it all, yeah.
Netflix is doing way better.
Yeah.
Apple's doing way better, and those aren't even the three I would pick.
What's the rumor I've heard about Apple now? Sorry, Nate, to cut you off, but Apple are going to be giving a lot of the MLS games away for free?
They should.
No, if you have T-Mobile, you get it, but they're also pairing with some of the broadcasting networks.
I'm going to have to read this. I could have heard the word free somewhere.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Nate.
They're doing
Try.
the T-Mobile thing again, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. The streaming network I'd put it on.
Yeah.
This would revolutionize the game.
Ooh.
History Channel Go app. That's right. We're going to bring it back. The History Channel app that's been sitting dormant for a little while. We're going to resurrect this damn thing, and we'll put all the soccer on there. So not only can you get your soccer, but you can get your Ancient Aliens, your 1829 Wars, okay, your World War II facts, everything you need there. Everything a man could want will be on History Channel Go.
I love the History Channel.
I think that is the
There you
best
go.
idea and the best thing we've heard all night.
There you
Well
go.
done. Sold. All right.
Might have some buffering issues. Outside of that.
One more?
Yeah. Let's do one more. Let's
right.
do it. And I swear if it lands on the same one, I'm going to punch you.
I can't do anything about that.
All right.
But there you go.
One more. Let's do Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Randomness.
There we go.
We got close.
Yeah. Oh, you got close to that?
Right? Yeah. If we could invite one famous person to join We Are Soccer, who would it be and why?
Oh, jeez. One famous person. Doesn't even have to be a player.
Yeah.
Ooh, one famous person.
Famous person.
Oh, my word. All right, Brooks, you got anybody in mind? One famous person that you would invite to join We Are Soccer.
Shakira.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Why would you pick Shakira?
Good answer.
Her hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God, that's a good one. Now I can't think about Shakira just dancing in the middle of the
We'd
room.
have to clean the place.
You're right. She can teach us like Spanish or what she Argentinian?
No, she can't teach us Spanish.
Not Argentinian.
No.
Smart.
Brazilian? I don't know.
All right, so you're voting for
Shakira.
Shakira.
No, me? No, I'm reading Brooks's.
Brooks is going with Shakira.
And then you got to go and I'll go.
God. I have no idea. One famous person.
Just say the Queen of England and be done, or the
Queen of
King.
England's dead.
Sorry,
There's a
Well,
king.
it's
There's
the
a
king.
king now.
King. My bad.
Doesn't he have a new one yet? Or, what's he waiting for?
Yeah. Oh my God. I literally can't think of anybody I'd like to be on the show besides any of the soccer players. I mean, I would love the insight for some of the former professional players like Zinedine Zidane or original Ronaldo. Like, I think those guys could add so much to this. I don't know. Those are my players. Those are the guys. I'd love more
These are
insight.
some awful answers, and both
thought
you
Shakira was funny.
should be embarrassed.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, Shakira was all right.
Okay.
But outside of that, both you really should be embarrassed.
Setting you up,
Because
Nate. What do you got?
There is one clear answer on who you should invite to this podcast.
Oh, well, let me know and I'll invite them. Who is it?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. He could sit right here, get high as hell. It'd be very entertaining.
Hi, Joe Rogan. would be fun.
Plus, if we're doing a collab,
Yeah,
that's like a jillion viewers you just got right there.
That's true.
That's true.
You're welcome. And he thinks highly of soccer athletes.
Ah.
Does he?
Yes, he
I
does.
haven't listened to him in a long
Yes, he does. He
time.
did a segment where he said in his mind, the most athletic athletes are soccer players. He goes, those guys are like thoroughbred horses.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if he watches. He's a fan. Number 2 on the list would be Will Ferrell.
I like the Will Ferrell. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because actually, he has a soccer connection.
Yeah.
And would be
true.
comical because he owns LAFC. So,
Yeah, he'd be actually a really good one. He'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oakstrom says Gordon Ramsay.
That's a good one.
Well, he did play for Rangers, technically. He did. He was in the
Yes,
academy.
The
yes.
academy, yes.
look at what do you. Oh, not really.
He
He had a catastrophic knee injury.
Good point. He did, yeah.
in
He's made
the
it
academy.
He made it further than anyone in this room right now.
Correct. You know what we could do? We could have a cook-off between Nate and Gordon Ramsay.
He would smoke me. And it would be awesome because then we could eat his food.
Yeah, then we can just.
Yes.
But
He
then
would
he'd
be
probably.
so critical of you.
He would.
Yeah, say he'd be so
He'd be
critical.
very angry at you.
Probably.
The whole wheel of not numbering it,
Yeah.
he would be all over you for that.
Yeah.
You idiot! What do you mean you didn't number
He would
it?
attack you for your enunciation, what you did earlier on.
Oh.
He wouldn't say no to Shakira, though.
And he would be best friends with me.
Okay, that's not what we need. Is another best friend for Nate.
I
Shakira
understand him on a level.
Shakira would make sure everything's good. So we're good.
I think Shakira was a good
You wanna
answer,
be able
and
to
Gordon
talk.
Ramsay was a great answer.
Okay?
Yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
You would not. You'd be so.
Brooks, the MLS is starting up soon. Shakira's hips.
Try PK.
Yeah, Joy.
I'd be that more. I'd
She's
be
single.
like, yeah, I know.
I think, right? Maybe. I
She
don't know.
is now. Yes, she is
No.
now. Trust me. All right, that's going to wrap us up for the
Can we
day.
hook Shakira up with Brooks?
Maybe. We'll see if we can make that work. That's going to wrap us up for the week. Thank you for joining the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Very much appreciate and love you guys. Big thank you again to our Soccer World partners, our Next Level Training partners, Michigan Jags partners, and the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Lots of soccer coming up this week. Jump on the We Are Soccer Facebook group. Put your thoughts in there. Put some posts in there. We very much appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. Give us a like. Give us a subscription. Give us a share wherever you're watching and wherever what platform. And from me and the boys, we're out. Cheers.
Cheers.